and welcome back to the on WrestlePlay and to my predictions for AEW Worlds End 2025, the last pay-per-view of 2025. And yeah, an intriguing looking card for this one. Obviously a big world title match, the Continental Classic going on. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, this card. So without further ado, let's get straight into things. And we're starting things off with Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter for the Women's World Championship. And yeah, this is an intriguing match. I think Statlander probably will win. I think, she's still relatively new into her title reign. I think, it definitely has room to go on for a bit longer than it has done so far. I think Jamie Hayter could be considered a credible world champion though. So yeah, I wouldn't totally rule out a change. So yeah, I think it's probably going to be Statlander who gets the win here. But yeah, I think this will be a really, really decent match. But I think Stat will probably get the victory. Moving on into Samoa Joe versus Hangman versus MJF versus Swerve. And yeah, this is really intriguing one. Personally, I was shocked that Joe became champion in the first place, but obviously only winning it recently. I'm not sure if AEW will really take it off him yet, unless he is going to be a transitional champion. But I don't really see who the transition would be to be honest. Obviously, you still got Hangman and Swerve involved in their own storyline together. MJF just coming back. Is he going to go straight to the world title? Personally, I would be surprised. I wouldn't rule it out, but I think Joe, he's still got a bit of title reign left in him. Moving on into the Women's World Tag Team Championships, Babes of Wrath versus Mercedes Moné and Athena. And yeah, another interesting match. I think it will probably be the Babes of Wrath who come away with the win here. Obviously, Mercedes Moné and Athena, kind of have their own individual interests at the moment, especially with Moné starting to lose the title. I don't know if having her win the world title with Athena would be the right route. I personally can see them maybe feuding together. I think for the titles to have a bit of credibility, I think you'll want stability with them, especially at first. So yeah, I'm going to say it'll be the Babes of Wrath who come away with the victory here. On the pre-show, we got the Sisters of Sin versus Hyan and Maya World. And yeah, I don't know, this feels like a win for the Sisters of Sin. I mean, I think it's good, kind of for the Worlds to see them on pay-per-view, even if it's just a buy-in. But yeah, I think it kind of has to be the Sisters of Sin. It seems like they're maybe being built up as the next big challenges for the Women's Tag Team titles. So yeah, good to get them the opportunity of a spotlight victory here. And I think also help the Worlds out as well. So yeah, I'm going to say it'll be the Sisters of Sin who pick up the victory here. Moving on into the Death Riders versus a conglomeration in a mixed Nuts Mayhem match. And yeah, this is very interesting. I feel like it could go one of a few ways here, but I'm leaning towards the Death Riders just because of the whole thing with John Moxley, wanting to make the Death Riders look strong. Claudio especially, probably leading to the eventual breakup of the Death Riders. So yeah, I'm going to say it'll be the Death Riders who pick up the victory. Shafir's also looking like a bit of a killer at the moment as well. So yeah, I'm going to say it'll be the Death Riders pick up the win. Moving on into Gabe Kidd versus Darby Allin. Yeah, this should be a really, really fun match. We know what both these guys are about, and undoubtedly it's going to be pretty goddamn fun. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, this one. But I think the way we've been building Darby Allin up, it feels like kind of 2026 is his time, doesn't it? That this is going to be the year where he finally wins a big title. So yeah, it kind of feels like it has to be Darby Allin who comes away with the victory out of this match, in my opinion. Moving on into a Chicago street fight for the World Tag Team Championships, FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang. And yeah, this is undoubtedly going to be a fantastic match, isn't it? Two of the best teams in AEW, but I think FTR have been doing great work recently as heels, and personally I think that has to continue for a bit longer yet. It'd be a shame for them to drop the titles so soon. I don't think Bang Bang Gang have really been built up quite enough yet. So yeah, I'm going to say FTR who got the victory. Moving on then to Okada versus Takeshita in the Continental Classic, and obviously this is a match that it's all really been leading to. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one. I think Takeshita has to come away with the victory here. Yeah, it's been building up to this point, hasn't it, for Takeshita to be put over by Okada. And yeah, I think it'd be a massive moment for him. Obviously, signal the end of the Don Callis family as well in some respects. So yeah, I'm going to say it has to be Takeshita to get the win, and he will take on one of Carl Fletcher or John Moxley in the final. And I think it should be Carl Fletcher. I love Mox, but yeah, I think him losing here as part of the Death Riders potential fall apart, and of course giving Carl Fletcher a massive rub on a big stage just makes sense. So I'm going to say Fletcher gets the win, and then in the final between Takeshita and Fletcher, I mean that's going to be an absolute belter of a match, one that could go either way, really. I feel like, it is Takeshi's time. I think for him to fully break away from the Don Callis family, or for that to change with Okada, I think he has to win. But Fletcher will go down, give him a great match, and I think will really elevate him further. So yeah, I'm going to say Takeshi the win. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.